Well, hello friends. This is stillsexybutch 01. I used to be just plain old stillsexybutch, but I couldn't pull up my old account. So anyway, so it's stillsexybutch 01. I'm coming back on here after as stillsexybutch after a period of absence under that name, because I was considering going through gender transition, and I'm actually still doing it, but I've decided to legally remain a female, so I thought I'd go back to being still sexy butch. And so here I am, I'm still sexy butch again, and I want to reconnect with the butch community now that I feel like that's really more my community than the trans community. So I'm putting this video out here in hopes that other people will respond to it, and you know, I know that I have to respond to some other videos within the butch community in order for people to know that I'm here, so I'll do that too. But anyway, so Still Sexy Butch is back and I'm going to remain back, and I don't really have any topics I want to talk about right now, other than the fact that I've actually kind of missed being part of the butch community. Well, not kind of missed, I have actually missed it quite a bit. And I've come to realize that, you know, there's a big debate about the difference between butch and trans. And for myself at least, I think I've discovered for my own self what I think the difference is. And to me, the difference between butch and trans and those communities is that, not that one is, you know, taking hormones and the other one isn't or whatever, but I think it has to do with, for me, I feel more of a sense of belonging within the butch community, and I kind of feel like there are too many butches who, well, too many butches who are suddenly identifying as trans and wanting to become males. Now, maybe they truly are male on the inside. I don't know. It just seems to me like there are more and more butch type women who are coming out and saying, "Oh no, I'm trans and I want to be a guy," you know. And I don't know. I think that's kind of sad to me, because I don't really think that the butches are disappearing. I do think that in a way, though, that the more and more FTMs come out, especially the younger ones, the more it kind of detracts from the, well, from the, I don't know how I would want to put this. I think it detracts from the positiveness of identifying as butch. It's like they're almost like they're saying, well, I would rather be trans than butch, and they're not actually saying that out loud, but it just seems to me like that's kind of the message I'm getting, is that it's preferable to be FTM rather than just be an out and out butch. I don't know, maybe I'm misreading the whole thing, but I feel like we in the butch community, the lesbian butch community, should be proud, and we should be out. I mean, really out. Not let people assume that we're trans or whatever, you know. As a matter of fact, I think now that the trans community is becoming more visible, which is a great thing, it may be that the butch community is going to have to identify ourselves as such. I mean, before we were just obvious. I mean, people could look at us and say, oh, well, there's a butch lesbian. But now they might look at us and automatically think, well, there's a trans guy, you know. I may be wrong about that, but that's the thing that I think is very likely to happen. And I think that those of us who are butch lesbian, dyke, whatever you want to call yourself, need to speak up and say, no, I'm not trans and I don't want to change. I don't want to become a man. I'm a butch lesbian, and be proud of it. And correct them. If they mistake you for FTM, correct them and say, no, I'm a butch lesbian. One of the big things that I realized in my transition experiment, I'm going to call it, is that my biggest problem has always been just having boobs. I've always hated my breasts ever since they grew on me. I've hated them. And then I started having periods, and I hated those. A lot of women hate those. Well, you know, back in 2008 I had a total hysterectomy, so that hasn't been a problem anymore. No more periods since then, no more problems. So now it's just getting rid of the boobs, and I'm supposed to get that done on July 27th. So once those are gone, I'm thinking I should feel pretty good about myself at that point. No more periods, no more boobs, you know. And that's probably as close to a man as I need to be. But it's, for me, it has a lot to do with, well, not only my identity, but my physical comfort. I've always hated having to wear bras, and then when I started wearing binders, I hated wearing binders. So I think once I get rid of my boobs, that will be a major happiness thing for me, where I'll just feel a lot more comfortable in my own skin, and I'll still be female, but I won't have to deal with that shit. I won't have to deal with bras and binders and all that crap. So anyway, like I said, I think it's going to come to the point where we as butch lesbians are probably going to have to come out and say, no, I'm not trans, I'm a butch lesbian. And I'm happy being female, I'm fine with it. But God bless the trans community for, you know, I'm happy for the trans community being more visible now, and, you know, becoming more visible. And I'm glad that I went through this experience. I'm still taking testosterone. The testosterone, it really is has benefited my libido, especially since the hysterectomy. It keeps me from having no libido at all. And so I'm going to continue taking the testosterone for the foreseeable future, and I'm not going to tell my doctors that I've decided, you know, just to remain legally female. I'm not going to tell them that, because I don't want to jeopardize my, you know, my testosterone or anything, because I want to keep taking it for a while. So anyway, that's really all I have for now. And so again, this is Still Sexy Butch 01, and I hope to hear from more of you butches out there, and tell me what you think. I mean, Have you been approached, people automatically assuming that you're trans, or has anything like that happened to you? Are you concerned about it happening to you? So anyway, this is all I have for now, and I'm signing off, and I'll talk to you guys more later. Bye.